Those of you who live in New York know what the 49th Street bus, crosstown bus, is about. I worked right near there, and one of my early jobs in my youth was I was working at Rockefeller Center, working for Cody, the perfumer. Anyway, it was one of my first jobs as a kid, and that 49th Street bus was very familiar to me. Anyway, the story is about this woman who gets on the 49th Street bus, and the driver asks for the fare, and she says, "If you knew what I had, you wouldn't ask me for the fare." So the driver says, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, madam, I'm sorry, well, go sit down." So she walks into the bus, and there's no seats. So she's standing over this guy, and she's holding onto the strap, and she says to the man sitting there, "If you knew what I had, you'd give me that seat." The guy says, "Oh, of course, man, I couldn't tell." "Sure." And he gets up and he gives her the seat. Bus goes, it's around 8th Avenue now, and as she pulls the cord, she wants to get off. And when the bus driver stops, she says, "If you knew what I had, you'd take me to the middle of the block so I don't have to walk there. If you knew what I..." So he says, "We're not allowed to do that. I could lose my job." She says, so she says, and he says, "All right." He takes her to the middle of the block. He opens the door, and then he jumps out and he says to her, "For God's sakes, what do you have?" And she said, "Chutzpah." Now, people don't know what that word, some people don't know what that word means, but if you lived in New York, you know what chutzpah is. I think in Italian they call it cogliones. But anyway, it's that word, that disgusting, what you call nerve. You got some nerve. She said that's what she got. Chutzpah. Well, we have a condition right now that we're living with. There is war. People are getting killed, and there's no end really in sight. We don't know when this is going to end. And this is all built on horrible lies. Well, anyway, this is what it's about. And this is my story.